Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucklight here, and we're continuing Final Fantasy III for the NES. And we are in the final area. I healed myself up with all these potions I bought, so that's why I'm at full life again. I drank like 80 potions. So, in this particular area... after being ambushed, like always... In this area, it's just a bunch of invisible walls, invisible bridges, I guess. And to progress, we need to pick the right one. I happen to know which one is the right one, so we're going to skip all the BS. And it's this one here, where it looks like there's nothing. And another ambush. That's 2 in a row. Luckily, we are quite stocked when it comes to resources, so hopefully we don't have too much of a problem. So we travel down. We're going to skip that ribbon. That'll be the one we skip. There's the Water Dark Crystal. And another boss to fight. Yada yada. We're evil. This is Echidna. Now you may sorry about that. You may recognize some of these bosses because the these four appear, like, they're always kind of bonus bosses in particular games. Like, whenever they need 4 bosses, they always pull out these 4. The Cerberus, the Echidna, I think it's a 2-headed dragon, and I think the Ahriman, which is a, what do you call it? You know, the floating eyeballs that appear later in the game, later in the series. It's just always those 4. So they come back. And then whenever they need, 4 bosses from Final Fantasy IV, they pull out the 4 Fiends of the Elements. You got, and then from 6, it's always like Doom Train and Gilgamesh. Oh wait, no, Gilgamesh is more 5. Like Doom Train, and then... Actually, I forget who they pull out from 6 all the time. Because it's usually FF6 where I'm talking about. I don't know. I forget. Magitech armor? I don't know. Because 6 really didn't have bosses that just are like 4 close bosses, like bosses that are kind of buddies, or kind of made for the same thing. They're just all very, very split up and have their own purposes and their own stories. And I'm getting crushed. Not so good. Oh, just kill him too. Why not? Alright, somewhere I did not prepare. And this is now a problem. Damn. Alright. Just gotta keep trying. Oh no, I used it on the wrong person. Crap. I failed. is very tough. We need to persevere. Nope. There goes my perseverance. Screw it. It's either Kami kills him, or I lose completely. Hey! Oh, it screws up my experience levels pretty bad, but we're at the end. Doesn't matter anymore. I used so many things here. Alright, so what I'm gonna have to do is swap out my life spell. That's a level 5 spell, so let's take, we need to kill anymore. Give him that, give him that. And restore my life here. Give myself a bit of healing here. It looks like I'd probably only be able to beat 2 of them in this episode. That echidna beat the crap out of me. I think that's one of the toughest ones, actually. It was a very sloppy win, but it was a win, so I'm not gonna lose heart. Just gonna heal and move on. Good enough. Alright, second guy. When the power of dark or light becomes too great, a dark cloud will be born. So light and dark have to work together. Alright, so let's return to the hub. Hey, you didn't ambush me this time. Why aren't you nice? Yeah, so these episodes might go long. I'm going to try to at least down 2 of the bosses on this episode. And the next episode will probably be the last one and maybe the final boss. We'll see. Or I could just make this one a really long one and do all 3. I better stick it to 2. Problem is all the random fights. Alright, so here's the hub area again. Another ambush. And I can always go get the ribbons on my own time. If worse comes to worse. Alright, so I'll just sneak around here, head into this one. Or I could just jump right to the fourth one right at the end. Or I could start the next episode on the 4th one. You know what? Well, I don't know how I'm going to handle this, but I do want to finish on the next episode, so... You can watch the return trip, I guess, instead of both the approach and the return. Because that's the hardest part. Well, not the hardest part, but the most annoying part is that you have to kind of walk back afterwards. I never like when a monster's on just the top left like that. It always makes me think they're gonna start summoning more. Remember when splitting monsters was a thing? I knew that. You could walk all the way around, or you could just do that. I will say, and this has always come to bite me, the monsters aren't that bad. Ambushes are still annoying. The enemies themselves aren't that bad. Guess I'll use up the rest of my level 1 spells here. Not enough. Alright, so let's use up the rest of our regular potions. I do have to hand it to this game for actually making you use your resources, as opposed to collect them all and then never use them. I think this will be one of the first Final Fantasies that I actually dish out an elixir without immediately feeling regret. Alright, the Earth Dark Crystal. I think this is either the two-headed dragon or the Ahriman. Probably a two-headed dragon. Nope, it's the Ahriman. And you know death spells are going to be coming out of that eye. Because that's, for some reason, every video game I've ever played, anything that's like an eyeball will either use a death spell or use some sort of laser beam out of its eye. Or just use Meteo. That works too. Jerk. Everybody knows Meteo. In Final Fantasy IV, Meteo is like a big deal. Knowing Meteo is like, whoa, you are the legendary spellcaster. In this one, it's just, well, yeah, we all know Meteo. Do you know Meteo? I know Meteo. How about you? Oh yeah, and then they all know Quake too. And we got some deaths again. Alright. Alright, I like Blizzard. You should use Blizzard a lot more. Blizzard doesn't do nearly as much damage as everything else. If he uses Meteo again, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Everybody's dead. Use Blizzard again. Alright, final effort. I'm dead. And I have to start from here, so I get to redo it all. So I'll do that before the next episode, and we'll fight Ahriman again. I guess I'm not finishing on the next episode. Wow, okay. So I will see you on the next episode. I have a bit of work to do. So, yeah, I'll see you then. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching. Have a good one.